Hello there. My name is Splashy McSplash, and I am recording my first YouTube video today. Uh, in the background, you're going to see some gameplay of me facing off against a Fang player. I believe this is unranked. Uh, I guess the purpose of today's video is to talk about one of the biggest topics of debate right now within the Tekken community, and that's whether or not you as a player have to rematch your opponent and basically turn the game into a best of three. All right, so this is the part where I list the reasons that I've heard, like the arguments for it, and then I'm just gonna post, I guess, my thoughts on that particular argument. The first reason that I've heard is basically they want to learn the matchup. They need the rematch to learn the matchup so they can be better prepared to face this character in the future. To me, I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't really sound like a valid reason. Uh, Tekken 8 comes with replay mode. It'll even tell you like certain tips that you can do. You can practice the tips in the replay itself. You got training mode. You have player matches. You can literally create a room, fight people who play that particular character. Discord is very popular. The type of players who want to talk about learning matchups and helping them get better more than likely have the means to access that type of player on Discord, and they can just run player matches against them. Um, you really don't have to be there for them to learn how to face off against your character. Then we're going to get into another issue itself. Most people are not playing their character properly or in an optimal way. Even in my gameplay in the background, I'm playing King. I think I'm currently Eliminator in this clip. There's a lot of holes in my gameplay. Like, why study me? You know, I'm not Little Majin. I'm not a top ranked King player. I'm still trying to figure out how to play this character myself. So, running a best of three against me, you're really not going to learn anything of value. The next thing pretty much comes down to like tradition or like fighting game etiquette. Once again, I'm using myself as an example. Orange ranks. You're looking at like end of beginner ranks, probably like early intermediate ranks. As much as I like Tekken, I'm not super invested in the fighting game community to the point where fighting game etiquette and uh, tradition is not something I'm thinking about. Um, you really can't hold that against people for not viewing the game the same way that you view it. And then the last reason I've pretty much heard is, well, tournaments do a best of three format and ranked is supposed to be competitive. So you should follow the same mentality as you would in a tournament. The vast majority of people who are playing ranked are not going to a tournament. They're not good enough to play in tournaments. They don't have a tournament mindset. So we probably should not come with this expectation of, well, you're playing ranked, so you should follow the rules at a local tournament. Something that most people are just not going to do anyway. I mean, I feel like that's probably like the weakest argument of them all. In my opinion, it really comes down to the following. If you match someone in ranked, if you play the match is close, or you just enjoy playing against the player, by all means, hit rematch. If your opponent played you and was like, hey, I enjoyed fighting this character, I want to run it back against them, they can hit rematch. If they don't want to rematch you for whatever reason, either your playstyle is frustrating for them and they don't want to keep playing against it, the character you chose is just not one they want to fight against, or they just don't want to play against a character, whether it's because they don't like that character, the character in their mind is broken or overtuned, whatever reason, it really does not matter. If someone doesn't want to rematch you, or if you don't want to rematch someone else, there is no obligation for you to rematch them. The type of people who say that you have to accept the rematch no matter what, uh, I will say a good portion of them, I do respect their opinion, but you're talking about people who've been playing Tekken for years, who are really invested in the game, who are super hardcore. And the type of people who they're upset with are just not at that level. Allowing these people to enjoy the game as long as they're not plugging, just let them enjoy the game. Maybe if they enjoy the game, they will get to that point where they're just like, okay, this is really dope. They dive into the game more. Okay, these are the traditions or etiquettes of the game. Okay, I can vibe with this. But trying to force them to that point, the only thing you're gonna do is just push these players away. So I guess that's just kind of like my thoughts on it. Um, I don't really think there's anything else to add on it. Rematch if you want to, don't rematch if you don't want to. Hi there, Splash Me Splash back. I want to add a couple things before the video ends. If you've made it to this part of the video, thank you for watching. This is the first video that I've actually taken the time to try and edit and record myself. So you guys watching it means the world to me. If you agree or disagree with, I guess, my stance on this particular issue, by all means, please comment below. Let's try and keep the comments respectful. Also, I do record on Twitch, Splash Me Splash with an underscore at the end. If you want to see me live, I try to broadcast Sunday through Tuesday, starting at 1 p.m., usually ending around 4 p.m. Now, with me kind of like starting out with Twitch and stuff like that, or trying to be a little more consistent with my Twitch, the times may sometimes vary. You know, I work, I have a girlfriend, personal things can come up from time to time, but I do try to leave the VODs up after the stream. I think Twitch leaves them up for about 2 weeks. So by all means, if you miss the stream live, hit the VOD and see what happened in there. Uh, I do want to record more YouTube videos in the future. So if you guys have like feedback or some tips on how to get better, right now I'm using CapCut, and we'll see how this works out. But that's it for me, as I think this match is about to close out.